Hello. Shit, where's my pen? There it is. Buried under all these gum wrappers. Uh-oh. There we go. I didn't check to make sure that my pen was working before I did this, but fortunately it seems to be online. Just get this Dropbox getting all sassy with me. Just do your job. What I pay you for. Literally pay for Dropbox and still don't work sometimes. Beeping booping at me. Like, what the hell? What do you want from me? Howdy. Glad I had the chat window covered up because I'm a dumbass, so I don't know. Yes, traditional Valentine's Day activities. Drawing some chubby gals and eating chicken. I'm sorry if it comes through. My upstairs neighbor has musical aspirations, so if you hear somebody play music, that's not me. I did not know that they were going to be doing this today. They're playing some kind of horn or something, which seems like a really interesting decision when you live in a very crowded apartment complex, but okay. Alright, that's enough practice for today. Oh shoot, I didn't realize. There we go. Okay, good. I'm glad nobody can hear the trumpet. I always draw on a gray background because it's better for your eyes. Alright, so my plan for today is we've got Scryers, sort of like White Rabbit Magician, and we've got Errol's, sort of like shut-in Ikikomori Psychic. I feel like that's kind of the heart of these characters. I think both really premium designs, if you ask me. Let's see, 6. We're gonna start with the Magician Rabbit, I think. Today, 7. She's either 6 or 7. Maybe she's like a 6.5. I think that sounds about right. 6.5. Accidentally drew on this page with the same color that the background is, so there's just a secret mark. Just a secret mark that we'll never ever actually see. Yeah, even with the transparency, hard to see. There it is. There, that's a mystery. Anyway, it's not a big deal because we're not going to be fucking with that layer for very long. Unfortunately, like last time, we may have to cut this time a little short. Um, People keep changing plans on me last second. Alright. I think this character's kind of even Wait, let me double check. You're like starting by type it. Okay, so body starting body type is like 6.5 is not really that tall. 6.5 is actually the proportions of a normal human person. Let's see. Okay, something kind of normal. Not terribly exaggerated. And her feet are plantigrade this time. She becomes hourglass shaped. Then she's kind of busty. Like that works. She's got arms. Let's see. Okay. Maybe she's more ass. I'm gonna go over this again just to shit zoom in. Put this a little too low down. Yeah. Just kind of working it out. Arms are too thin. Yeah, kind of like a small curviness. Maybe she's not like thick, but she's like shapely. Really fucking messed up these shoulders. Like, what the hell's going on here? Okay. We're kind of working the body a bit here than I usually do. Feeling a little bit out of practice, to be honest, which is weird because I was doing commissions just as early as yesterday. Just yesterday I was doing commissions. I don't know. Sometimes you just wake up and you don't got it. Yeah, she'll become hourglass. I think she's thin and shapely in the hip, uh, kind of big in the chest, thin and shapely. Yeah, basically everything below the chest is thin and shapely. Uh, then I think her chest starts out is her starting primary asset. All right, I think we've kind of found her shape. Let's see. I think she's got a round face. Kind of goes down to here. I think she's got big paw hands. Kind of in the style of the rabbit girl from before. She's got big paw hands. Like kind of cartoony. Yeah, like plantigrade rabbit feet. I think something like that. I think her hands and feet are big in kind of a cartoony fashion, but her feet are nonetheless plantigrade. Okay. She ended up being very tilted over. She's just like that. Let's see if we can rotate her a bit. Might have to get some mileage out of our symmetry ruler today, so we can get things correct. All right, let me double check the prompt. Just kind of got Tana vibes. Tana. Which I think is cool. So she's got a leotard and a black button-up vest with short sleeves. Wait, is a vest with short sleeves just a shirt? Oops. Okay, let's see if I can get pictures of a rabbit's hind feet. Hmm. So you're talking about like hold on, we're gonna need more space. There we go. So in terms of rabbit's hind feet, you mean how like a rabbit's hind feet are actually very long? Is that what you mean? So then she kind of walks around like this. She's got like Bugs Bunny feet. Okay, I can do that. All right, let's make sure these are satisfying shapes to begin with, and then we can work with it. She got big old Bugs Bunny feet. Yeah, so it's like how rabbits and bunnies are actually very weirdly long if you actually like stretch them out, like toe to fingertip, but then they're all like folded in so no one notices. All right, let's get cracking on sketch. I'm gonna colorize this so it's a little easier to separate out. All right. Get a little knee. Yeah. Although I guess we should have three toes, I think. There we go. Yeah, and I'm not gonna. Really like mirroring or copying the sketch and then doing all the ink and finishing and rendering by hand. I think that gives you a good balance of like similarity, symmetry, and like organicness. Let's see, guide. The breasts are gonna tent the shirt. Make sure we catch that. Um, let's copy it again. Actually, which one of these do we want to go with? Kind of like the rounder shape on this. Alright, and we'll have. I think specifically with this dress shirt, we want to kind of invoke like a magician's coattails with this shape. Except they're on her front, obviously. Hmm. I think, yeah, I think in general this is kind of a like a cartoonier, like on the cartoonier spectrum, body types. So she's a lot more exaggerated. Let's see, checking the prompt. Oh yeah, she's got kind of like a cleavage window situation here. Oh, it's not really a window, it's more just like a low cut. I think maybe the waist needs to be let out just a little bit, just to keep things balanced. Looks like she's got a bow tie. Got the cleave. A little high up. There we go. I think she's got the kind of unique taper that the bunny has. Like the middle finger, little round, a little larger. The others. Let's see. She's got a like a cool asymmetrical glove kind of thing. A sleeve over her left forearm. It doesn't appear to be attached to anything. Into it. Let's see. We can copy this arm over. I think it came out very well. Don't think be able to draw it much better than that. I think she's coming together already. Usually, a lot of times when I'm drawing, I have to like at least get part way through doing the line art before I feel good about a piece. But I think this is coming together pretty well. All right. What's going on with her face zone? She's smug. She's smug. She's competent. She's confident. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Eyes. She's just doing DreamWorks face. Obviously, that's the shorthand for uh confidence. Uh oh, this is the hard pixelated eraser. How did that happen? Fucked up the anti-aliasing. They're a little too low on the face. How smug is this grin? It's like cat face. I don't know. Try stuff out. And then she's got straight hair. So start with this. Fuck it up a little. Some interesting details. Let's see. Some straight portions. think her face is very round. I don't think she has much of a chin to speak of. Let's see. Let's see. Fucked up some proportions here. And of course, we got big rabbit ears. I think these are very round. These are very round shapes. Oh no, might have to copy these over too, just because they're doing poorly. Expand this out a little. Big old rabbit ear. Oof. Often the sketch really points out how bad the eyes are. I think this could be. These eyes need to be rotated a little. There we go. That's way better. Alright, and I think these just have like cartoon style pink interiors. I don't think these are very realistic representations of ears, like at all. And she has a tiny top hat right between the ears. Because she's a magician. Let's see, how long is her hair? Shoulder to mid back to lower back. I kind of want it to show up to at least here. Maybe. I think she's almost there. She's missing something. Got one left. I think maybe we can fix the eyes a little. More detail on the eyes. Chin shadow always makes things look nice. Maybe round these out a little. Yeah. This eye's a little small compared to this other eye. Okay. Alright. That's pretty good. Big rabbit here, top tier, tiny. I'd prefer the top hat to be tiny. I think the tiny top hat is funnier and cooler looking. Plus, we already have the engineer has a regular size top hat, so if we want to differentiate, we can have a A small top hat. And then her weapon is a deck of magic playing cards. Make that bigger. And we'll make another one. I think I made this too thick. What a dreadful state of affairs. Too thick. Just getting the shape down. Supposedly, once the shape's good, then the sketch will be easy. Supposedly. A lot of things are supposed to happen, doesn't mean they do. Kind of round out the edges. A little tail. Oh yeah, they're holy cards. They're magic holy cards. That's a little thin. That edge. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, I like the idea that she just gets up to some Bugs Bunny like Looney Tunes bullshit. She looks like a real fucker. I like that. Alright, let's I think she's good to go for doing the line art. Unless there's any last minute changes to be made, if anybody can think of any. That just seems like the vibe she puts off. She's cartoony. I'm waiting. Is there anything you'd want changed, Stryer? Oh, because let's see in the prompt. There's so that line indicates in the prompt it says she has a sleeve over her left forearm that inexplicably doesn't appear attached to anything. And I guess I interpreted that as kind of like a sleeveless glove. Uh, like you can tell me if I'm like off base there, or if the unattached sleeve is something that you want to like get rid of or scrap. Like I'm cool either way with it. Okay, that's the concept that it's not attached to anything is hold on. Sleeve that's not attached to anything. I need some visual reference for this. A detached sleeve. So we could take a just take a line here and not have it not covering the hand. So then this area will be colored black and the rest of it will be white. If you think that looks good. Or is it this sleeve here and it's like unattached? It's got like the shoulder cutouts that are kind of in vogue right now. I don't know if they're still in vogue. They were in vogue a couple months ago. I'm not always up to date on fashion trends. I think both of them could work. I'm cool. Shoulders are supposed to be completely uncovered. Okay, so okay, that's what you meant by vest. Okay. So how about yeah, like it's just yeah, what Errol's saying. That's what I'm interpreting it as now. These are pretty messy, but we'll be able to clean them. How about that? Is that good? Button right there. You like that? This is what we're going for. I think this feels like what we are going for. Alrighty. In that case, I think we are good to go. Oh, wrong color. The line art. Alright. Nah, I think it looks fine. I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually a lot more confident about this than what we had done previously. This feels more natural. It's like a more natural expression of the concept. then this line's going to be flush because I feel like it's a really thin material, so we don't need to break the silhouette at all. I think that's kind of key here. I think her silhouette's very plain below the waist, and above the waist there's a lot of activity. And I think that that contrast makes for something very interesting. That's gonna be nicer. There we go. Want the tips to at least look the same size. Oh, there we go. Took some doing. Oof, this one ended up very poorly. We want to be more bowed than that. There we go. Oops. Eraser. Get rid of the little tiny one. She just looks like such a stinker. I love her. I don't wanna. Yeah. There we go. Just adjust that one a little. All right. There we go. That seems right. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think she's like malicious. I don't want to fuss with this too much because the more you fuss with it, the worse it looks. There we go. I think that feels right. And there's, the tenting. Gonna make these a little bigger so they don't tangent so badly. The cut. There we go. Nice. reduce that to a single line there. I feel like my art style is about like reducing complexity into interesting shapes. I know I definitely got better. Definitely got happier with the way I color things when I stopped rendering things so much and stopped doing quite so much detail. I think simplicity is really interesting in its own right. I always think shapes are interesting. I think it's interesting to render things as shapes than anything else. Only interested in anatomy insofar as much as I can figure out how to express it in unusual shapes and ways. Still learning anatomy, of course. You gotta know what something is before you can break it in an interesting way. Otherwise, you're just making stuff up, pulling stuff out of your butt. You want to break the rules intentionally, on purpose. For a desired effect. A little subtle shading there. A little subtle depth with the teeth. Right. Tiny little hat. I love it. I love tiny hats so much. They're so much more powerful than big hats because. Oh, you know, big hats are also good. I love hats. Hats in general are incredible. Alright. Let's get these. Actually, I like that better than what I did originally. I think that's where a lot of people fuck up when they're inking, is they feel like they have to match their sketch exactly, but they don't have to match their sketch exactly. They gotta improve on it. Your sketch isn't like a final draft to be copied. Your sketch is an outline, a guide. Like I'm not even following the sketch at this point. I feel like the sketch is more about denoting where to put things and not what to put there. Okay, I think that's the best bet. Get there. A lot of artists think about doing line art as a chore to complete and not an opportunity to embellish on your sketch. That's all done. Let's get these guys in the can, and we can do the colors. Looking good. Very good. Okay, let me re-review the prompt. Yeah. Let's see. Or if just plain white. Maybe. Like an off-white. That's too much. Maybe. That's a bit too much still. Maybe. I think just the slightest hint of pink is what we add to it. Yeah, I'm starting to feel this. Good. Oh, we want put more detail into our eyes than I usually do for these designs. So, give me a second. I think we need to adjust the position of our mouth. Yeah, that's better. Let's see. Got like a black we're dealing with here. Close. We're getting close. Yeah, it was too much saturation. That was an issue. Alright, we got pink. Very, very bright pink. Let's see, do we know what color her hair and her eyes are? First, I always really like that the fact that bunnies have like red eyes sometimes. I think that's a really interesting detail. That just makes her look like she's got pink eye. Why not? Yeah, let's just go. Let's see. Let's see. Uh oh. Ah, frick. Oh no. I accidentally filled in the line art with a color. So you get these awful, awful pixels. Fuck. Fuck me. This is a technical issue I still haven't figured out a satisfactory solution to. Other than just either redoing everything or going over all the lines to catch the edges. This is the worst. I hate it when this happens. All these nasty, nasty lines. Nasty, nasty artifacts. I hate them. It's so gross. Anyway, okay, yeah, I definitely think her hair should be like a dark color. I think that makes a lot of sense. Um, I think we need another shade of black for this region in order to just differentiate things a bit. Maybe something a little lighter. Uh, that's too light. There we go. I like that. I think it gives it some dimensionality. Good. I think this is the lightest dark color that exists. Alright. Base is black, and hearts and diamonds are both red. Memory serves. There we go. Oh, she's a good one. See, it's that sneaky pink. Shows up everywhere. A red band. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be good. Breaks up the color some more. Oh shit. I think her hair color can be adjusted a little. No. I kind of like this one. It's very close to the other blacks on her, but I think it still works. I think it still looks good. Still gotta fix it because of the dang artifacting. Yep, I never fixed this over here. But But other than that, I think this is pretty good. Rabbits. Oh wow, that's super blue. I realize you can get away with that much blue. Hmm. I don't know if something. Yeah, maybe something in this band. Okay, I think that's kind of good. Thank you, Ziria. These are things that I really like. Yeah, I like simplifying things, and I really like doing different body types. That's just absolutely galling to me how many games just have, and how many games and casts and everything just has really boring, samey body types everywhere. Anyway, actually, I think this blue works pretty nicely. If you like it, Scryer, I think we can call this one done and get to the next one. If I can get Scryer's approval. Oh, that was scary. I almost couldn't connect to the Patreon chat and see the prompts. Alright. Alright, we will be moving on to. Um, I'm glad everybody likes her. I think she's pretty great. Let's see, we will be moving on to Errol's Psychic. Yeah, I think I gravitated to a simpler art style for many reasons. One, it's I'm not somebody who has like a million hours that I can spend on every drawing ever, and so it was just like easier for me. It was more realistic to me to go for something simpler. And then just in general, I really like simpler things that are built out of interesting shapes. All right, so we got kind of like a psychic. Maybe I'm never interested in things that have lots of detail on it. Like I know, I have friends that are like super into Warhammer 40k, and then they show me like this picture of this Space Marine, and they're like, "Oh, look at this art! It's so good!" And it's just like, this is just a fucking mess. there's just there's just content everywhere. It's just fucking dense with detail. And I think detail. Usually, I think about detail as something to push away the eye to like areas that are less detailed. Um, that's kind of like an abstract like composition idea, but generally, if I think about um, like a drawing, if I've got a focal point, then I'll make that area. Oh, what the heck is going on with my? Why isn't it drawing? That was weird. If I think if I've got a focal point, I'll make that area like not very detailed at all, and they'll make all the other areas like very detailed. And so, in my mind, that kind of creates a pressure to look at the less detailed area. I don't know if other people like process images like that, but that's how I think about it. That's how I process images. So yeah, she spent left her life as a shut. So yeah, this Errol's like psychic concept. Like I feel like if we solidify this into like a single idea, this idea that she's like a former shut-in. So we have like all the like tropes of like the um like hikikomori like stereotype. That kind of stock character in anime. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we're in agreement here. Now I'm not just reading too much into it. All right. So the first thing we do, as always, is draw circles. Let's see. I think she's shorter, maybe. My first read on this character is I don't think she's very intimidating. So maybe she's got like a short stature. Or maybe she, like, in order to create like visual interest, like via contrast, maybe she's actually very tall and lanky. Personally, I think both could work really well. So I guess it's really up to Errol if we want her to be taller. This is going off again. You always kind of draw in like a slanted way anyway, based off of what your dominant hand is. Because I'm right-handed, so of course everything kind of goes in this direction. If you're left-handed, things go off in that direction. So anyone ever starts drawing, be aware of that. Anyway, it's I think it's up to Errol if she's like tall or short. I don't think she's got a middling height. Yeah. Okay, short. Yeah, I think her height's really unique. So make her a short character. So we'll give her 6 heads, I think. All right. Let's see. Just checking the prompt. Let's see. I think she starts off pretty slim, I think. That's my read on the character. Let's see, I think she's got a pretty normally proportioned face. Something like this. Let's see. Maybe her torso is like a little broader. Hopefully, don't have to spend quite as much time fussing with the proportions on this one. normal sized hands, I think. And these hands is normal sized, at least. Her head kind of ended up being bigger than I expected it to be. Did I get these proportionally right? Hmm. Just muttering to myself. Alright, that feels about right. Shave this off a little. Alright. Alright. Got a pair of sweatpants. These are like a tight fit sweatpant. It's got feet. I'm not gonna draw the whole thing. Whatever. We can stylize this. If I never have to draw another foot again, I'd be very happy. Easily my least favorite thing to draw. Kind of the stretchy part of the stretch pant. Then drawstrings. Yeah. The pants are gonna last significantly longer than most people's pants, that's for sure. I think this is probably a tighter fit. Doesn't really tent because her chest is not that big, so it can be very snug. Let's see. She's got very flat, disinterested eyes. Maybe like little bags. Got that he chic. Let's see. Hair. Thinking about the shape of her hair. Hair's got a shape. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I probably could have done this all in one, but especially when the hair is described as messy, I want to be able to get the hair's primary shape in first before I do all the weird detail. It's like even when something's got like a lot of like chaos to it, it'll look better. It's got some kind of overriding principle or shape. Okay, I'm glad you like the hair. Never sure. I feel like with hair, it's a real shot in the dark whether or not like it'll end up like looking good. I don't think I'm like quite at the point where I can make good looking hair on purpose, but I can definitely do it by accident. Maybe she's got like one of those really big like fucking things. Nah, I feel like that distracts it. Hand ended up kind of thick. It looks a little swollen. Let's see. I feel like we can embellish this character some more. Oh yeah, she's got bracelets. I forgot about the bracelets. And they're like donut themed. So we got Blender tutorial ass donuts. Let's see, what am I missing from the prompt? Tank top, sweatpants, wristbands, spiky hair. So her weapon's like a pile of food or whatever. I don't think I need to draw this because we all know what food looks like. Uh, okay. Shit, up kind of slanted still. refine this arm a little. I kind of think she's there, you know? Wonder if there's like other like hiki type tropes that we wanna feel like we can engage with. Or if this is just good enough. I kind of feel like this is good, you know? Sometimes some designs are simpler than others. Maybe if we want to add just a skosh more detail, we can rib the this thing that I'm drawing on tank top. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a good decision. That'll give us some contour lines for when she starts getting bigger. Alright, well, I think she's good to go. If Errol agrees with me, then we can get cracking on the line art. Is it good, Errol? You like it? Oh, if you need to go, then you can go, and we can just proceed with this. Uh, Whichever one's okay with you. All right, sounds good. Get this girl some lines. Okay. Fortunately, this part doesn't require as much input. Legs might be a little bit more like toned and athletic than we intended. Actually, wait. I think we can simplify this line to go. She's got those really like shapely legs. You know, that some women have, like where they're not very like thick or anything, but they're still just really nicely shaped. Just really toned. I think this is as much as I'm gonna draw the feet. Maybe she's got like toe socks on. Maybe that's her justification for what's going on here. Jesus. I'm really fucking this up. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, I've decided unanimously that she's got socks on. There we go. There's her little heels. Drawstring, drawstring, drawing a drawstring. Okay, hold on. A bunch of these lines were really bad. I can't just rush through these. You need to draw what you're drawing. Deliberately. There we go. That feels good. That's gentler. And this one can be more curved. There's a lot of detail here, so we should use a smaller brush. There's going to be a lot of short, quick lines here. think a lot of times when you're inking, you have to like let interesting stuff happen and kind of just keep like a looser rein on it. Um, Especially like lines like this, I'll like overshoot them a lot here, and then like in the moment I'll decide which one of these is most interesting to erase, which one creates a better interior shape. Yeah, this one didn't cross completely. Shoot, I was using the wrong eraser. My rule is if the pupil's visible in any way, then the eyebrow gets drawn over the hair. The I think it just makes the expression clearer, and it just makes sense because it's not like in real life the hair is not like a single solid shape that obscures the face completely. Like even if somebody's got hair hanging over their eye, you can still see like their eye and their eyebrow through it. So that's just kind of how you abstract it. These lines are both really bad. I kind of just want to copy these ones. Everybody close your eyes. I'm about to do an art crime. Nobody sees me do it, then it didn't happen. Yeah. I think there's definitely lots of times for shortcuts when you're making art. If you're making art for like a purpose or to like make a specific thing, then yeah, take all the shortcuts you want. If you're making art to like learn or to get better at something, then don't take a shortcut. That's basically that's basically it for me. So you gotta know what your goal is. All right, colors, 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 colors. White clothes with dark hair color. Yeah, I think this is more of like a gray. Oh no. Maybe we need a darker gray. It's too much saturation. Hesitant to go with no color at all. Let's see. Gaining pattern is she's all rounder. She floats when she's walking, and then she's also um, like significantly messier than the other characters. I think messy is going to be kind of her niche. Um, I don't think she's not going to go like full slob because I'm not into that. And that's not really something I really wanted to pick. But I think she's definitely the messiest person. She's the messiest character by far. Let's see. Maybe she's like deathly pale. I think a little bit of messiness can be fun. I guess sloppiness is more like it. I want her to look like she's super unhealthy. She's basically dead. I think the more unhealthy we get for the skin tone, the more of that like Kiki vibe we can access. She's got very dark hair. Lots of little artifacts here. It's because the this happens because of the dark color combined with the big spikes. There's lots of narrow pixels here that are hard for the bucket tool to take care of. These donuts are like the only place where there's like any actual color. She's so desaturated with this. Something more friendlier. There we go. Sprinkles. Let's see. Gotta figure out what we want to do with the eye color. Because I don't think the prompt lists that. Let's see. Eye bags. Actually, be easier to do because we want to kind of resemble the color. So this is just a layer with 50% opacity. Maybe it's a purple eye. Purple. I think she's got an unusual eye color because she's psychic. I like her. God, she looks like she's about to die at any moment. Uh, this gal needs something to eat. I'm sure we can fix that. I'm sure we have the technology. Alright. Alright. Well, I think she looks pretty great. If Errol agrees, then I think that's it for the day. There's no other character designs remaining. The other two people this tier haven't sorry, just checking an email. The other two people at this tier haven't submitted anything for this month. So, alright. Here's our two gals for today. It's really great. Really great designs. Yeah. Let's see. In the future, next update's going to be the background music for the game, and then after that is going to be the new class poll. Um, the background music's going to be hard to predict a timeline for because like a lot of things in programming, to do it is very easy. To do it very well is very hard. So I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna fall on that. Um, so 2 weeks probably minimum. Um, if it goes out to 3 weeks, then I'm gonna put in overtime to make sure it doesn't go any farther than that because I don't want to spend any more time than that. This week was a total loss because I was having some personal difficulties, but that's all resolved now. I think there was a medication I was put on that I had an unpleasant reaction to, but now that I've stopped taking it, I feel a lot better. So hopefully that doesn't like. Oh, so hopefully that's completely behind me. Um, yeah, that's it. I'm glad you all had fun. These are some really great designs. I'm really happy with them. Uh, I'll see you all next time then. I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.